Ooh, baby. What is going on, everybody? My name is Timmy Two Times, and welcome to Timmy Talks, and these are my Coming Out Chronicles. Baby, we on number 10, honey. 10 episodes. Yes, we are at 10, y'all. We are coming and going. We are getting towards the powwow. The coming out episode of my parents finding out. Whoo, child. Y'all have so many stories. I have so many stories and so many experiences, and these are just dealing with me coming out. And I'm trying to throw a little bit of things that major things and things that I went through that kind of blend in with this. But it was a lot of shit I went through. But anyway, welcome back to episode number 10. Thanks for being here. And if you do not, have not, should not, want not, be not, is not, could not, I said it already. Anyway, check out the painting behind me. This is from one of my friends. His name is See You on the West. He's an artist. He's a photographer based in Los Angeles, California. So if you need some amazing fucking artwork, or if you need a photo shoot done, a videographer, make sure you check him out. His information is going to be in the description of this video. Again, make sure y'all check him out. The artwork is amazing. He has all different types of pieces. I will be trying to showcase as many different pieces of him as I can, but he got so many hits, child. He got so many, bitch. I can't motherfucking keep up because I'm losing my breath. Come on, Destiny Child. But anyway, we are on episode number 10. If you had a chance to check out episode number 9, it just basically talks about me having my first job, getting my first car, getting into my first car accident, getting my first girlfriend, my first time getting caught stealing. I got jealous. I got my car egged. I egged some cars. There's a lot of shit going on in episode number 8 and 9. So if you have not had a chance to check out episode number 8 and 9, make sure you check it out. Come back to this episode again. This is a continuation of the Coming Out Chronicles from the time I first felt my gay tendencies up until the moment I came out. And mind you, these are just my Ohio Chronicles of Toledo, Ohio. They don't even include my Atlanta. So we can see how it goes. And if I want to touch base on the Atlanta, honey, because baby, the Atlanta is a whole different ball game, baby. Okay? Because bitch, then I'm out of the closet, honey. Then mama is buck wild. But with that said, bitch, let's get into number 10. All right, we are in episode number 10. And before we do all things, we take a sip. So, I left off on episode number 9. I quit the pet store. But I want to say one last thing before I quit the pet store. I told y'all I was egging people and I was doing all type of shit. Well, I had this friend that worked at the pet store. Her name was Tara. And it's crazy because she hit me up on Facebook a couple years ago. And she brung this up. And it's crazy. You just don't know the effect you have on people's lives. And the memories that they have of you, and the laughs, they are something that you definitely need to cherish. Even though we all go through a lot of things in life, we go through a lot of bad things, relationships, situations, but try to look at the good that was in there. Try to look at the things that allowed you to evolve and to grow, because nobody wants to hold on to the negative things. And I'm saying this because I was somebody who held on to a lot of negative things. Because through this whole journey of me coming out, it was like negative. It was just like the backlash and the feelings and the thoughts that I got from the world that I shouldn't be gay. It just did something to me mentally. It fucking traumatized me. And to this day, being 40 fucking 2, and have been through, I said 7, but bitch, now we on 8, honey. We on 8 therapists. Things still like things that happen in your childhood can affect you through the rest of your fucking life. And once they happen, you can't take them back. And it's a constant reminder, it's a constant journey that you are on to stay in a positive space or just to overcome those things because you can never forget them. You can lock them in a box and put them in the back of your head, but they are still there. You have to develop coping mechanisms and things that you can do to not allow those things to traumatize, terrorize, taunt you, tickle you. Anyways, okay, so Tara. So I remember, like I told you, like I was egging people to know all this shit, right? So anyway, she had this maroon Ford Taurus, and I was like, girl, we about to go on an adventure. So we got in her car and we went to a neighborhood and we start egging people. Well, baby, we didn't, this neighborhood, bitch, we was on the south side. We egged this girl and we missed her. And I was like, girl, circle the block. Why did I tell her to circle the block? This bitch circled the block. That girl seen us coming. She picked up a brick and she threw it at the car and hit Tara's car. And we drove off. And this was before we could even hit her with the egg. She hit us with that fucking brick. And Tara was like, oh my God, my car. It was so funny, but it wasn't funny because that girl could have had a gun. She could have had a weapon. That brick could have easily missed the side panel of that door and went through that window and hit one of us in the face. And now we out here fucked up looking like motherfucking Quasimodo, bitch. Because, bitch, you getting hit with a brick from somebody on the street and it busting through that window and hitting you in the face. Do you know how much power that is? Them fucking glass shards of that fucking window and the pieces of the cement from the cinder block just get embedded in your fucking face, could take out your eyeball. It was just so much. Like, you just got to be careful. So after that was like, I was okay, you getting too old to be doing this, and shit is starting to backfire. So that was that. So anyway, let's go to the new job, y'all. So we are working at JR's Cocktail Lounge, and I'm getting paid under the table. This is a cocktail lounge. It was owned by this lady named Connie, just this tall Caucasian lady with a short little cut. She was really nice. She was really sweet. This is my first time being into an establishment where you got a lot of okay, so this was in a part of Toledo, Ohio called Ottawa Hills. It was a bougie neighborhood. It was where a lot of like wealthy people that lived in Toledo that had money, a lot of Caucasian people. So me and Joanna were the dishwashers there because apparently her dad used to be one of the cooks there. He was like the fucking chef. Like all the chefs that came after him inspired to be like her fucking father. So she kind of got like, they took care of her. They was nice to her, all this stuff. So she got me the job there. I worked there on the weekends and a couple of days during the week, but mostly I worked there during the week when it was slow. She got the good shifts when she worked like certain shifts on the weekend, and she kind of got more shifts than me. Anyway, that job fucked up my hands. Like I had to put certain types of like lotions and creams on my hand because dipping my hand in the water to the cleansing solution to the sanitation hand the sanitation the blue fucking tablets that you put in the water. Ooh, excuse me, such a fucking lady. It was tearing my hands up. So we worked there and we terrorized them people at that job. There was this guy named Lionel. He was a chef. He used to always burn the pita bread. He was the only black dude that worked there. And now thinking about it, I was wrong because it was me and him was the only black people there. And we should have stood up for each other. I should have stood up for him because they treated that man like shit. He would burn the pita bread. Him and the other chef would get into it. I remember one time, oh, this was fucked up. Me and Joanna put condoms all over his car. We went to the store and we bought condoms and we put them down the antenna on the car. That's when the cars had antennas. He had this old Lincoln town car. We put it all down the antenna. We hid condoms all in the car. Well, apparently he came out, he freaked out. He couldn't find all the condoms. He had a crazy girlfriend. She got in his car, she found the condoms, she went off on him. We apologized to her and told, because he was like, y'all gotta tell her it was y'all because like y'all fucking up my you're fucking up my relationship with my girl. So we told her that it was us and all that stuff. It was we cut up. That was working there made me not want to eat any type of white dressings. Anything that was what's the base for dressings? Is it mayonnaise, Miracle Whip? Anyway, anything that was, if it wasn't clear like an Italian or a balsamic, I wasn't eating it because the ladies that worked there were these older ladies and they were ruthless. Like they used to crack jokes, they would talk nasty, we would say all type of stuff, they would cuss us out. Like we had a good time, but they used to never really clean out the salad containers. Like they would take their fingers, lick it around, and just like reuse old salad containers and shit like that, taking food off of people's plates and shit like that. It was disgusting. But during the morning shift, there was a very special individual that worked at this restaurant. He was gay. He was Indian and something, but he was musty as fuck. Ooh, that bitch was musty. He ain't put no deodorant on. I don't know what natural. They used to treat him, they used to always laugh at him. But I never got the chance to work with him until like they would always like tell me about him, talking about he was gay and whatever. And he had a boyfriend. His boyfriend came in. His boyfriend was this white guy with blonde hair. I believe it was blonde hair. And he would come in and he would just do his job, but he worked the morning shift. And I really didn't work. He just did the breakfast. But apparently one of the chefs one time, they weren't able to be there and he worked. And that was my first time getting to work with him. And I just observed him because I had never been face to face with someone that was gay. And at the time, like I knew I was gay, but I didn't know. But I knew now. Like I'm like, hey, I've experienced a girlfriend. I've been through that phase. Like I know that I'm pretty much gay. I can't tell anybody. That was like my next phase. Like I have to tell somebody. Only one person I told was the girl Amanda who worked at the pet store, but she no longer worked there. And me and her kind of became pen pals. I need to reach out to her because I looked her up one time on Facebook, but I was scared. I was like, this bitch probably ain't gonna know who I am. But then I think she would, because I feel like I still look the same. Whatever. But anyway, who knows, child. And I worked with him and I just observed him. I would just watch him and I was watching him. And I was trying to be like nice to him, but I didn't know how to. Like I was just like I was yearning and I wanted to tell him I was gay so bad. Cause I was just like, I know he smelled like a old musty, like onions, and it was like a mixture of onions, piss, pistachio, sauerkraut. Like it was just like weird smell, but it was so strong, like the whole kitchen would smell. But he could cook down, honey. They knew he could motherfucking cook, but he motherfucking stunk. But I'm just like, I want him to know me. Like, I want him to know me. I want us to be cool. Like, I want to talk about gay things. What the fuck are gay things? Gay things are being gay, what it's like gay things, like talking to somebody that's living their life from the perspective that you want to live and not the perspective that the world wants you to live. Because those are two fucking different perspectives. And I just never forget, I was just like, wow, I was just so like wow by him. Never got to tell him that I was gay. Was scared, was uncomfortable. But I only worked with him like once or twice. So like I wasn't comfortable enough to tell him that. So I working at JR's, I got a job at Anderson's. Anderson's is kind of like it was like a Walmart store. They had everything. Oh my goodness, the deli department, the bakery department was amazing. I got a job in the hardware department. They worked me like a dog. Everybody else stood around the counter and I fucking worked. But I had my eyes on somebody. It was this guy. It was this tall white guy with blonde hair. And he worked in the pet department. And he had one of the prettiest girls that worked there hanging around him. Now, this was on a different side of town. This was on the side of town because Anderson's was a little further up north because Toledo is kind of close to the state line. So like a lot of us, like the liquor stores wouldn't be open on Sunday, but you can go to Michigan, which is right past the state line, and you can go to the liquor store. Well, up there, like it was a different caliber of white people. They kind of gave me, I don't want to say racist in a way, but they were just different from some of the other white people. I mean, of course, I'm from Ohio. I lived in Ohio. It's kind of given racist-y, like, yeah. And I just would just watch him, and I wanted to get a job at the pet department. And sometimes, like, they would have me come over there in front and face the shelves, and I would try to be close to him, but he never paid me any attention. Like, he never looked at me. He never. I think I may have talked to him one time, but it was given very much so. And that's when I started to learn that a lot of gay people, they have this persona, this like, this attitude, this like stuck upness, this stankness about them. But I was just I didn't know. So then I got the position in the outdoor lawn and garden department. I'm getting more comfortable myself. Word on the street is that my cousin is gay. I've been hearing it through the grapevine. You know how family. I say grapevine, bitch. I'm old, y'all. I'm 42. Those are the things we used to say. I'm hearing it through the grapevine that my cousin is gay. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm fascinated. Cause this is my close cousin. This is the older brother to my cousins that I hung out with, that I went egging with. They used to spend the night over the house. However, my cousin that was gay never really got to hang out with us because he was older and he was always responsible for babysitting some of his younger brothers and his sister. So he could never come out with me. He was a couple years older than me. When I was a freshman, he was a senior. He kind of showed me around the school a little bit, but that was it. They didn't really fool with him, like not fool with him as in like a bad thing, but like he was like well versed in the high school. Like he was like cool, like nobody fucked with him. Like he was there. He was the seniors, like when you go to high school, like the seniors are like the creme de la creme. Like they're like the HBICs. Like this is my last year. We about to go off to college. Like everybody that's in junior high, sophomore, and freshman, they respect you. You know, it's just a different outlook. It's almost like I'm a senior, bitch. I'm grown. But word on the street, he was gay, and I was like, my eyes was open, but it was still a little bit more time before I got to experience him. So working at the lawn and garden department, I'm starting to feel my zhush. I don't know where I got this notion to shave my motherfucking ass, bitch. Now, mind you, most black men cannot shave with a regular razor. Like we have to use different products. And I had to use Magic Shave, and I still use Magic Shave to this day. Magic Shave is a depository or delipatory. Which one of those words? It's a powder. You mix it with water. You put it in a cup. You stir it up. You put it on your face like a paste. When it dries, you wet it up and then you scrape it off. And I scrape mine like I have a butter knife, child. I have a butter knife and an old coffee cup that I use to mix it up and do it, child. I remember one time one of my coworkers laid on she's like, bitch, you shave with a butter knife, and everybody in the break room was cracking up. But bitch, like my skin better than y'all. Such a fucking lady. That means my throat dry. Hold on. So like we can't use razors on our face because our skin is sensitive. We bump up. So I couldn't use, and at the time I was shaving I was growing facial hair. Finally, I'm going through puberty, child, because I remember earlier I was talking about like I was looking at the pubic hairs in the toilet and like, damn, like why don't I have no hair down there in my triangle? Triangle, bitch, killing me. A triangle, bitch. I mean, it's the shape of it down there, especially when I used to tuck and I used to cross my legs. It was giving. Come on, Sailor Moon. Bitch, where did I get that from? I don't know. I just thought about it. Because it's crazy because growing up, like, I just used to think like, I knew my parents kind of knew, like, parents, like, they know their children. And growing up, I used to watch Rainbow Bright was like one of my favorite like movies, like shows. Like I would go to Blockbuster because that's when we used to rent movies. I used to watch that. I used to watch Rainbow Bright. I used to watch Care Bears. I used to like My Little Pony. I was not a Sailor Moon type of bitch, but Rainbow Bright was my girl. Like I still love Rainbow Bright to this day. I need to get me some Rainbow Bright stuff. I used to love Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealers. Oh my goodness. Rainbow Bright. And I'm my dad, like, why is this boy? And on the weekend, we will always go to the video store and either rent video games or we will rent movies. And I would do like a video game and a movie. And I will always watch Rainbow fucking Bright. I remember when I was in kindergarten, around the time when I had my first experiment with us going to the bathroom and putting our meats together and pointing them and doing a little sword fight. And we did good. We got to play with the toys. And we had a Care Bears set with like a Care Bear fun house with the little Care Bear toys. And I used to fucking love that shit. But anyway, let's go back to where we talking. So again, like the shaving, I decided to shave my ass. And I shaved it with a razor. And it was cute the first day. The air was hitting me. Everything was so sensitive and soft to the touch. Like, until that shit start growing back, bitch. That shit was wearing me the fuck out. Mind you, I'm working in the outdoor lawn and garden department. It's hot outside. I'm loading all these bags of fucking mulch on the back of these cars. These 20 and 30 fucking bags of mulch per order. The dye is dripping down my leg. It's hot. It's sweat. My pants is sticking to my leg. And I got the nerves to fucking have Vaseline on my ass to stop the itching because I was itching so bad. The hairs were growing back and I was literally scratching. And the only thing that I could do was put Vaseline on my ass so that my underwear would stick to my ass and it wouldn't move and it wouldn't itch. And on top of it, me sweating with these jeans, because you know the jeans back in the day, they didn't have any stretch. They were just solid. It was tearing me the fuck up. But I was starting to live in my truth. I was starting to live in my truth. It got to the point where I got comfortable and I told my two girlfriends, Joanna and Shonda, that I was gay and they didn't care. And I was like, wow. And I was still hanging out with Reese, which was my Jamaican friend that was working at the pet store. Even though he was no longer working at the pet store, we still remained in touch and we still hung out. But I didn't tell him because growing up, you have selective hearing. Like you hear what you want to hear, but the things that you hear, even though you don't hear them, you hear them and they stick like fucking grits. Not Kaya, I got hits that stick like grits. But they stick. And all you got to do is say something nasty about somebody one time. And what you're saying about that person, if it pertains to you and you are living that same life or in that same situation, you never forget it. And all it took for him was to say one nasty thing about a gay person, and that was it. And it would be the simplest things. It'd just be regular conversation. He's too sweet, or he's soft or that sissy over there. It could be anything. When you are that they are talking about and they don't know and they say it, it hits. And when it hits you, it's like a sniper bullet. It hits you and you don't fucking know it hits you. And it's like, why is this stinging so fucking bad? And it's stinging because it's fucking you. It's you. They're not talking about you, but they're talking about you because that person that they're talking about is just like you, whether you know it or not. So I told him, I didn't tell him, but child, this is at the time when my mom is like, child, we not buying y'all no more video game systems. We's getting a computer. So baby, we started getting a video game system because I was an X-Men fan. So anything with X-Men I used to play with the Legos. I used to like take the little bitty Lego blocks, not the big ones, but the little ones. And I used to buy like the Dungeons and Dragons sets and I would build that castle. Then after that, I would take it apart and I would build stuff. And I had all these X-Men toys and I was into the toys. And I started getting into the video games. And my parents was like, "No, baby, we getting the computer next." Let me tell you about video games. I feel like video games are necessary. And I think that's something, even though I have a busy life and a lot of things I need to do, I need to start playing video games because video games are, I don't know anybody that plays video games that's fucking depressed. And I'm sure they probably are. But video games allow you an outlet. It's an escape from the world and the things that are going on in the world. It allows you to be a different character on a different mission, on a different mission that and things that you have to accomplish and goals that you have to obtain and levels that you have to build and grow and pass. And it's amazing escape. And video games at the time were also an escape for me to hide. Child, not hide, honey. To hide behind the fact that I was gay. And it allowed me to not think about being gay. The animals allowed me to hide behind being gay and not think about being gay. The adventures I went on allowed me to hide behind the thought of me being gay. And saying all that is just saying that I feel like I was proving to everybody, even though I knew I was different, that I was just like everybody else, but then I'm not because we're all unique. But I'm just like everybody else. I can do all the things that everybody else does. I could build things. I was making enclosures and setups out of wood for my fucking animals. I was learning to weld and make barbecue pits with my dad. I could build and fix on cars. I knew how to change my tires. I used to cut grass on the side for money. I used to be able to paint. I helped my dad build things. I knew how to cook. I knew how to do everything that everybody else could do. It was just that I was gay. And I just couldn't understand why it was such a fucking problem. Why? So anyway, child, we get this computer, child. Ow! I'm gonna need the rest of that for this story. We get the computer. AOL, honey, the dial-up chat, honey, hooked up to the damn phone line. You couldn't be on if you was on the phone, you couldn't be on the computer, and if you was on the computer, you couldn't be on the phone. You would be on the dial-up, and somebody pick up the phone. I'm on the computer. Or I hang up the phone, computer. I'm on the phone, whichever way, honey. I said whatever. So I started to again. I told y'all I was looking in the dictionary. I was dictionary encyclopedia. I was looking at words and phrases about being gay and just this different words and shit. you're inquisitive, like anything that has to do with being gay or body parts, like you're trying to just absorb as much knowledge as you can. So the computer child again, the computer. All right, so I'm just like, listen, okay, I done all my research. Like I said, I looked through these encyclopedias and these dictionaries, and maybe they ain't get enough. I need to get in this computer, honey, and get to the T. But I was like, I was very smart. I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I know my mom is nosy, and I was just like, I need to have a cop out. I need to have an excuse. I need to have something to hide behind. Joanna, girl, bring your ass over here, girl, because she was always coming up to the house. And baby, me and her, like I said, me and her used to cut up, bitch. Like we would be in the streets, like we would be parking. It would at the stoplight. We would get out the car. We was dancing. We would go into Walmart. Well, it wasn't Walmart. It was Myers. It was kind of like Walmart. We would cut up. Like me and her used to have fun. We used to go out to eat. We used to go wash our cars. We used to have a good time. Me, her, and then when Shondelin came in the mix, like we were just all out. But this time I'm like, okay, bitch, I'm gay. I'm inquisitive. I need to know what's going on. So I would have her come over to the house and we would go online and we would go onto chat lines and we would go to gay chat lines and we would talk to the guys. We would harass them, talk shit. And that was my intro. And when she would leave, I would start chatting with the guys on the chat line. Bitch, I don't know how it happened. I started talking to this guy and he was from my hometown. And he went to another school. I think it was Start High School. I was like, oh, my cousin Ashley goes to Start High School. My cousin I used to play with the Barbie dolls with. I'm like, girl, me and her had kind of grown apart. She had got older. She had went her way. I had went my way. I called. I was like, girl, what's going on? Girl, like, what's going on? I want to hang out. Went over her house. Girl, where's your yearbooks? Because he had told me his name. I'm going through the yearbook trying to find him, child. I'm trying to find him in the yearbook. I wonder if she still got her yearbooks. I'm about to have her look him up, child. And because I know his name. It started with an S. I ain't gonna say it, honey, because I don't know if he out the closet or whatnot. I'm gonna keep his business, honey, because it ain't my business. But I know what we did. I know what we did in the back of that motherfucking church parking lot. So I found what he looked like because he told me his name. And I was like, oh, this is him, whatever. Because, like, in high school, you got if you a freshman, you can see the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, and the seniors, and vice versa. If you're a senior, you can see the juniors, sophomores, and the freshmen. It's like 4 years in the yearbook. So I saw what he looked like. I think he was a year behind her or a year ahead of us. I can't remember. I want to say a year ahead of us. No, he had to be behind. Oh, is he ahead? Bitch, I don't know. So we end up linking up. I think I picked him up and we were just driving around because we were trying to figure out where we were going to go and what we were going to do. Because again, this is my first time being with a person, with a man. He was white. I told you I'm from Ohio, child. I mean, what the fuck else you? I mean, you told you felt like I was like the only black gay person, bitch. I didn't really know any other gay black people. Until I started hanging out with my cousin. Then when I moved to Atlanta, child. Atlanta was like being a kid in a motherfucking candy store. So anyway, we riding around. We trying to figure out where to go. So we looking for a parking lot. I don't know how and why, but we stumbled across the church parking lot. We parked in the back of the church parking lot. It was empty. We started talking. Then we started to kiss and fondle around each other, but something just didn't seem right. I felt like I was getting a little hot, like I was burning, like my booty hole was on fire, like my head, my ears, like I was like, damn, why is it hot? I'm sweating, like this ain't feel right. Being in the church parking lot, I just say I wasn't on fire, but I was feeling like, bitch, I feel weird because your whole life you just taught like, don't be gay, you going to hell, this and that. And it was just like, why am I like now? I'm just like, I'm still learning myself, learning this. I can't be in the back of the church parking lot. So we pulled to the side of the side street and we start messing around, child. Windows fogged down, bitch. When I say the windows was fogged up, bitch, that motherfucking car was like a sauna, honey. All that breathing, shirts coming off, clothes coming off, bitch. We butt naked in the motherfucking car. Licking and sucking on each other. When he pulled down them pants, baby, that thing had an old nasty piece of meat on him, child. That was my first piece seeing in person. It was big. To me, it was. Cause bitch, maybe that's why I'm the way I am, honey. Cause once it start off big, honey, you gotta finish big. Cause bitch, if it's under 7, honey, don't come over here, child. Don't come over here, honey, if it's under 7. When you send me, listen, cause bitch, now I don't play. Send me the pictures. I need a full body. I need a face. I need a side profile. Okay, your dick. This one, I need to see it from another angle. Like you said, it's 10 or you said it's 8, but it's not giving that in the picture. So I need you to show me something else to prove. And if you show up here and it's not what it say it is, or you don't look like to say you look, or your body don't look like you say you look, you're gonna go home. So girl, I start whatever, and then he tried to put it in. He went back there. And I'm just like, I was in pain. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I've never done this gay sex. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, I'm just, oof. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But then it's crazy because, bitch. I told you I was an HBIC. And listen, I will get people into some things. So, a couple of my classmates in high school, my girl Amber, honey, she, I need to hang out with Amber, honey. She in my hometown. I had her as a couple of my other friends and my cousins and Joanna and then whatever. We would go to the adult bookstore. And that was my cue to be more inquisitive. So I would go to the gay section and I would look at the magazines and stuff like that. And it's crazy because they would let us in the store. Bitch, I was not even fucking 18 years old. And they let me in the store and I'm looking at these fucking porn magazines and sneaking back there, depending on who working the shift, and looking in the dark room where they got the videos playing and you can do all this stuff. And I'm looking at these big ass dildos and all these toys and shit. So bitch, I know a little bit about what it takes to be gay and what you're supposed to do, because it's still giving an Indian outie. It's not a kitty cat and a dick. It's a dick in a booty hole. It's still an Indian outie. I wasn't versed and known about making sure your hole is clean, because if not, it's like going into a rusty pipe, bitch, and ain't no telling when you come out what's gonna be on there, bitch. All that sludge and mud gonna be on there. But I couldn't take it because it was big, and that was my first time. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if to push out, to squeeze in, or to just relax and let that bitch slide in. So, oh my goodness. So that was it. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. We end up just, having an orgasm, going our separate ways. We kept in contact a little bit. I don't know really what happened, but I was still online. I was still actively online looking at men's profiles and chatting with all these type of guys. Because, bitch, at this point, I'm in the candy store. I like gummy bears, but, bitch, it's Twizzlers. It's fucking Slim Jims. It's fucking Twix, is Snickers, is Starburst, is Skittles, is Nominators, is not Boston baked beans, bitch. I'm old. It's lemon head. There's all type of candies and it's all type of flavors and varieties. So when you're just getting used to something, why would you stop on the first thing you see? And that's why I'm just like, bitch, I could never be with a man that like never been out and I'm gay now, or I'm, this one, I want to be with you, bitch. You need to go through some experiences before you be with me. Cause bitch, you might change and there's some other things you need to experience and know. And it's like after a while, like you ain't even got a chance to reach your full potential yet. Now you want to be with me, baby? No. So I start back talking to the people online and stuff, child. And I stopped talking to him, and oh, child, not in the church parking lot, bitch. Not in the church parking lot, child. Bitch, I was in the church parking lot. And baby, I was on that computer. And with that being said, we're gonna stop episode number 10. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and make sure y'all put a whole bunch of okays in the chat. Okay, in the chat, the description. When y'all comment, because that's how I be knowing y'all be watching my shit, because ain't nobody putting no okay. So that means y'all ain't watching this whole motherfucking thing. It's starting to piss me off. Like, you can comment and you can still put the okays at the end. It ain't that hard. Okay? Well, that being said, that's in episode number 10. Episode number 11, we're going to dive into my first actual, well, that was my first link up. But this was my first link up that could have been dangerous. That link up could have been the end of me. That link up could have had me on the back of a fucking milk carton. Because bitch, they was still putting missing boys and girls on the milk carton. Like, anything that could happen to me. I didn't tell anybody what I did. I met this random guy online. And we're going to call him the Rat Man. And I'll tell y'all why in the video. I call him the Rat Man. We're also going to touch base on number 11 of my parents. My mom found out that I was on the gay chat lines because she looked at the history file. So we're going to talk about that in episode number 11. So make sure y'all come back for episode number 11. Child, my contact is moving. And I will catch y'all in the next video. And with that being said, peace out, Cub Scouts. I'm out. He's trying to tell all my business, honey. It's the damn church parking lot. Fucking heathen. Heathen.